If you are thinking about moving to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you might be wondering, where do I even begin? With the DFW Metroplex being the fourth largest metropolitan area in the entire US, choosing a place to call home may feel overwhelming. In today's video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about living in the DFW, Texas area. By the time you finish watching, you will have a clear idea of where you want to be and where you don't. This is the only video you will need. The Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is massive, with over 200 suburbs to choose from. And here is a spoiler alert: when people say they live in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, most of them actually live in one of the suburbs. Here is a map of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, with Dallas being to the east and Fort Worth to the west. While the two cities blend into each other, the atmosphere and lifestyles on each side cannot be more different, something we will explore later. For now, to make things more manageable, we're going to break the area in 4 quadrants. Let's start with the suburbs on the Dallas side, especially the northern part, because that's where we have seen the greatest expansion and action. There are several reasons for this growth. One is geographical. The east and west side are bordered by lakes, and there's a huge airport to the west, which naturally limits expansion in those directions. The northern part of the Metroplex is experiencing much faster growth as compared to the southern side, and it's a different type of growth altogether. Much of the growth to the north can be attributed to major employers, and it all started with Ross Perot, a visionary businessman. Ross Perot founded EDS, Electronic Data Systems, and grew it into a major corporation. When the company's growth outpaced the office space in Dallas, Ross Perot sought approval from the officials to rezone the area to get more space. However, his request was denied. This setback pushed Perot to look north for room to grow, setting the stage for expensive development that we see today. In the 1970s, Ross Perot had a bold vision for a community unlike any other. He rode his horse across thousands of acres north of Dallas, an area with no infrastructure and only accessible by horseback. He famously said,
"I want to build a new downtown Dallas right here. The global competition for the next 50 years will be for talent, not natural resources. Talent is attracted by affordable housing, good public schools, and a short commute to a good job. And all of that can be created right here."
The land Perot purchased in the early 70s is now known as Legacy Business Park, a hub for major global corporations. The first major development in the area was the iconic EDS building, followed shortly by the construction of the headquarters for JCPenney and Frito-Lay. Today, this area is a thriving business hub, home to corporations like Capital One, Children's Health, Toyota North America, JP Morgan Chase, Ericsson, Liberty Mutual, FedEx Office, Bank of America, Pizza Hut, and many others. Ross Perot did not stop with construction of corporate offices. He understood that attractive and affordable and conveniently located housing options are essential for bringing the best talent and workforce. To address this, he founded Hillwood Communities, a development company that ultimately pioneered the concept of the large-scale master-planned communities that Dallas-Fort Worth is so famous for. These communities not only offer an array of housing options, but every amenity imaginable, from pool, parks, and golf courses to excellent on-site schools. Today, the area continues to grow rapidly, offering the finest housing options in the region. There is a significant growth happening on the east side of Dallas right now, driven by the availability of affordable land as compared to the north. This land is being rapidly developed into new residential communities, attracting buyers looking for low prices and brand new housing options in towns like Princeton, Lavon, Royse City, and Forney. The east side of the Metroplex has also been popular among families seeking more space in larger home sites, often 1 acre or more, in communities such as Lucas, Rockwall, Heath, and Sunnyvale. There has been growth on the south side as well, but it has not been as rapid as the development to the north. The north side is primary home to white-collar workforce with numerous corporate offices, tech hubs, and business centers. In contrast, the south side has a more blue-collar workforce with a higher concentration of factories, manufacturing plants, and distribution centers servicing as major employers. Keep in mind that this is a very generalized and oversimplified overview of the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Before we dive into the specifics of which suburb has to offer, let's take a moment and talk about the infrastructure. The Dallas-Fort Worth area is massive, and for many people, the daily commute is one of the most important factors to consider when choosing where to settle. The infrastructure is more developed in the northern part of the Metroplex. There are 2 main north to south corridors, the Dallas North Tollway and Central Expressway, along with a network of loops and roads that connect these highways to the rest of the area. On the east side, there are fewer major thoroughfares, mostly due to the presence of lakes, which can make commuting more time-consuming. To the south of Dallas, infrastructure is somewhat more limited compared to the north, but it's still well connected with major routes like I-35 and Highway 45 running north to south. Ultimately, understanding where you will be commuting on a day-to-day basis is a key factor when deciding where to live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. For example, if you work at Legacy Business Park in Plano, commuting from Royse City would likely be less convenient than commuting from Aubrey, an area with similar housing options and price points. Another key consideration is your budget and lifestyle preferences. If your budget is under $400,000 and you're looking for a brand new home on the Dallas side of the Metroplex, areas like Lavon, Princeton, Anna, or Aubrey could be great options. On the other hand, if your budget exceeds $1 million and you are seeking a beautiful home on 1 or 2 acres in one of the top school districts in Texas, you may want to explore the Lucas and Fairview area, served by the highly rated Lovejoy ISD. If you are into an urban lifestyle and want modern conveniences and entertainment within walking distance from your home, the new Fields community in Frisco could be a great fit. And by the way, I recently did a video on it, be sure to check it out. For empty nesters, avid golfers, or anyone who enjoys resort-style living by the lake, both the Tribute community in the Colony and the Heath Golf and Yacht Club community in Heath are excellent options. You can learn more about these communities in my videos here. Ultimately, the easiest way to decide which suburb to choose is to pick up your phone and call me. I've helped over 1,000 families just like yours find their dream homes, and I will be delighted to do the same for you. If you prefer not to take this shortcut, we're going to go over every major suburb in the Dallas-Fort Worth area one by one. In today's video, we will cover the Dallas side, and in the following video, we will go over the Fort Worth side. Let's start just north of Dallas in Richardson. With a population of around 120,000, Richardson is known for its high-tech industry, convenient location, and excellent schools. Richardson is known as the telecom corridor because it is home to some of the largest telecommunication companies in the world like Verizon, AT&T, and Cisco Systems. Richardson has a more established feel with lots of tree-lined streets and most homes built in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, though there are some newer builds as well. Many of the older homes are ranch style, mostly smaller houses, often featuring low ceilings, compact kitchens, and bathrooms compared to newer homes. The median home price in Richardson is just over $450,000, with the average household income around $123,000. Richardson is home to the University of Texas at Dallas, founded in 1960, and is a Tier 1 public research university. UTD has a reputation for excellence and is famous as one of the top schools for engineering and management. UTD's current enrollment lies just over 21,000 students. Moving on to Plano. Plano is the fourth largest city in the Dallas-Fort Worth region, with a population of approximately 290,000 people, and is known for its business-friendly environment. Plano has been carefully and strategically planned from the beginning to allow for the tremendous business growth while still maintaining its residential appeal. Plano offers over 200,000 jobs, one for every adult in the city, and it was recognized as the third most recession-resistant city in the U.S. by Forbes magazine. The city proudly claims to have more restaurants per capita than San Francisco. Among the most notable destinations are the pedestrian-friendly Shops at Legacy and Legacy West, which feature a vast array of shops, restaurants, and entertainment options. Plano is serviced by excellent schools, making it a great place for families. Plano offers a broad selection of housing options from modest to luxury, with the west side of the city being a more expensive area. Today, we are going to drive through a community called Lakeside on Princeton, which I personally think gives a good representation of what Plano has to offer. The average home price in Plano is $550,000. This community is definitely on the higher end price point, with home values here starting in $800,000. The east side of Plano is where you can purchase a modest home in the $300,000 price range. The average annual household income in Plano is about $150,000. Plano is known for its larger than average home sizes compared to national standards, earning itself a reputation as a birthplace of the Texas McMansion, expensive estates often occupied by just two people. Moving on to Frisco. By design, the city caters to the upper class, with most everything here being new, shiny, and expensive. Over the past decade, Frisco has experienced the fastest growth of any city in the U.S. Along with this population growth, there has also been an incredible amount of job growth. Like Plano, Frisco is friendly and welcoming to businesses and corporations. Frisco is regarded as one of the best cities in Texas to raise a family and has earned the title of Sports City USA thanks to its top-notch sports facilities and access to professional teams like the Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Stars, FC Dallas, and the PGA, all of which have headquarters here. Families thrive in Frisco, benefiting from top-rated schools and every imaginable convenience for family living and entertaining. Frisco has a population of over 230,000 people, with an average home price of around $700,000 and an average annual household income of about $180,000. Compared to its neighboring cities, Frisco has a more urban feel and typically features smaller lot sizes. The most notable recent development in Frisco is Fields, a residential community located adjacent to the PGA headquarters and golf course. It's being promoted as a city within a city, where residents can access everything from shops and restaurants to office buildings, all within a 15-minute walk. I'll include the link to the full video about fields in the notes. Next up is McKinney, a city that hasn't really focused on attracting big businesses or corporations. Because of that, it has a much more suburban vibe. McKinney is often considered one of the prettiest towns on the north side of the Metroplex, with beautiful mature trees and gorgeous rolling hill terrain. The city's slogan, "Unique by Nature," is very fitting. The city offers over 3,000 acres of parks and open spaces for residents to enjoy. McKinney is home to one of the oldest and most thriving historic downtowns in Texas, featuring over 120 shops and locally owned restaurants. We are driving through a neighborhood called Winding Creek that beautifully showcases the relaxed and pleasant living that McKinney is known for. Most homes in McKinney were built after 1980, with some newer communities, mainly to the north of town. I will also link a video I recently did about Painted Tree, one of the best-selling new communities in McKinney. McKinney's population is about 215,000, with an average household income just after $130,000 and a median home price around $500,000. McKinney has excellent schools, which offer a high-quality education and a family-friendly environment. Moving on to Prosper, this town is known for beautiful homes, larger lots, and very family-centric atmosphere. In fact, it has the highest percentage of households with school-aged children of any North Texas suburb. Windsong Ranch, with its famous Crystal Lagoon, may be one of the most recognizable communities in Prosper. Today we are driving through Gentle Creek Estates, and I absolutely adore this community. While the lot sizes and home prices are definitely on the higher end for Prosper, I still believe it offers a great visual representation of the kind of living that Prosper is known and loved for. Prosper's current population is around 42,000, with projections estimating 72,000 residents at the build-out over the next 10 to 15 years. It is much smaller than Frisco, McKinney, or Plano, and that's how the residents like it. The median household income in Prosper is just under $200,000, and the median home price is around $850,000. Next up is Celina, a rapidly growing town with very ambitious plans for the future. Currently home to around 50,000 residents, Celina is one of the fastest growing cities in America. When fully developed, it is projected to reach a population of 380,000. Spanning 80 square miles, Celina will soon be larger than both Plano and Frisco, making it one of the largest towns in Texas. However, it's important to note that Celina is closer to the Oklahoma border than to the Dallas border. So if you plan on commuting to Dallas, be mindful of driving times. As the town expands, it's becoming known for its massive master-planned communities that span thousands of acres. Some of the notable new communities that feel more like small towns include Ramble by Hillwood, a 4,000-home development just north of downtown, and also Legacy Hill, a 3,200-acre project which will bring 7,000 homes, 4,000 apartments, 100 acres of retail space, and Celina's first upscale golf course, the 1876 Country Club. The city is already attracting new industries, with Methodist Hospital building a $237 million medical campus that will provide top-tier healthcare and create hundreds of jobs. The extension of the Dallas North Tollway into Celina is also a game changer, improving connectivity to Dallas and making commuting easier for residents. While Celina's growth is exciting, there are still some challenges. The city is still catching up on the infrastructure, and there are limited dining and shopping options. Celina is much more affordable than neighboring Frisco and Prosper, which makes it an attractive option for those looking to settle in a rapidly growing and appreciating area without breaking the bank. When it comes to housing options in Celina, your selection is truly limitless. Today, we are driving through the Carter Landing community, where you can purchase a beautiful custom home on a few acres of land. The median household income in Celina is just under $150,000, and the median home price is around $600,000. Moving further north and east, we come to Melissa, located just north of McKinney. Today, we're driving through the Liberty community, which I think offers a great representation of the area's appeal. Melissa has experienced explosive growth, mostly driven by the availability of new homes, many of which are more affordable compared to its southern neighbors. As home prices in Melissa continue to rise, many buyers who have been priced out are looking further north to cities like Anna and Van Alstyne for more budget-friendly options. I'll be doing a separate video to highlight the differences between these cities. I've been referring to these towns as bedroom communities, meaning they offer housing options, but residents often need to drive outside the city for everyday conveniences like shopping, dining, and entertainment. Melissa recently got its first grocery store, a Kroger, and more shopping and dining options are on the way. That said, one thing to note about Melissa is the presence of a landfill with on-site composting facility as well as nearby feedlot. With 3 major roads running through the area, Melissa offers good commuting options for residents. However, like many rapidly growing communities, it's currently facing some growing pains when it comes to construction and infrastructure development. Melissa's population is just under 30,000 and the median home price is around $500,000. The town is also known for its excellent schools. Next, we have Princeton, another small town with population of about 44,000 people that is experiencing rapid growth, mostly due to its affordability and the availability of brand new homes. Today, we're driving through a community called Southridge, as I believe it offers a good representation of what you can expect in Princeton from the housing perspective. Princeton's growth has been so fast that recently the city issued a memorandum halting the approval of new developments. The city wanted to step back and allow its infrastructure to catch up with the rapid expansion. The main thoroughfare through Princeton is Highway 380, and it can get very congested during rush hours, so be mindful of this when considering your daily commute. The average home price is about $340,000 and median household income just under $100,000. Princeton ISD is rated as A-. Now let's continue along the east side of the Metroplex. The city of Rockwall is definitely the crown jewel of this area. Although it's a relatively small suburb with a population of just 50,000, it offers every amenity, convenience, and attraction you could need. It sits on the shores of Lake Ray Hubbard, and Rockwall Harbor is one of the area's most popular gathering spots. The harbor features a variety of shops, restaurants, and 2 marinas, where you can dock your boat or rent one when it's convenient. I think the selection of housing options in Rockwall is incredible. From lakefront homes and condos to golf course properties, homes on acreage, and brand new homes in master-planned communities, it truly has something for everyone. Today, we are exploring Chandler's Landing, a gated and guarded community known for its beautiful elevation changes and stunning lake views. The average home price in Rockwall is around $500,000, with a median household income sitting at about $140,000. The city is also known for excellent schools, making it a popular choice for families. One interesting thing about Rockwall is that the residents tend to move within the city, which speaks to how much they enjoy living here. It's a place that people do not want to leave. I should also mention the town of Heath, which is right next to Rockwall and fits into Rockwall schools. Heath has some beautiful lakeside and golf course communities, along with a solid selection of homes on larger lots. Since both towns sit on the east side of the lake, there is only one major thoroughfare, I-30, that connects to Dallas. The highway crosses over the lake and it tends to get congested during rush hour. And when there is an accident, it can quickly become a bottleneck. Let's move up onto some smaller towns in the area like Lavon, Josephine, Royse City, and Heath. Today, we're driving through Lavon, one of the many new communities available on the east side of the Metroplex, to give you a better idea of housing options available in the area. I'll admit I feel a bit of realtor's guilt for grouping all those suburbs together, as each one has its own unique characteristics. I will say the biggest appeal of these cities is the availability of available homes at affordable prices. The average price for a new home in this area typically falls in the mid-300s, but you can also find new homes starting in the mid-200s. All of these towns are true bedroom communities, meaning you will need to travel to a larger city for most day-to-day conveniences. It is also worth noting that infrastructure in this part of the Metroplex is still catching up, so keep that in mind when planning your daily commute. Another suburb on the east side of the Metroplex worth mentioning is Forney, and this place is growing fast. Today, we're driving through a community called Walden Park. Currently home to around 40,000 residents, Forney is experiencing rapid growth, about 10% annually. One of the key drivers of this growth is its affordability. Forney is one of the most budget-friendly suburbs in the Dallas area, with brand new homes starting in the mid-200s. The schools in Forney are rated a solid B, and the Forney ISD recently opened a unique campus called OC, Opportunity Central, a 35,000 square foot facility where students can learn both trade skills and entrepreneurship. It is exciting to see kids running their own businesses like a floral shop, a hair salon, and an auto repair shop. The students really seem to enjoy it, and it's a great example of how Forney is setting up the next generation for success. The average home price in Forney is around $340,000, with the median household income sitting at about $110,000. Now let's head to the suburbs south of Dallas, and our first stop will be Cedar Hill, which I believe is one of the prettiest areas in the Metroplex. Today, we are driving through the Lake Ridge community located next to Joe Pool Lake. This area sits at one of the highest points in North Texas, offering breathtaking views of the rolling hills, landscapes that you just won't find anywhere else in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Cedar Hill has a population of just under 50,000, with a median home price around $400,000 and a median household income of about $100,000. Cedar Hill is home to lots of park and is known for being excellent for hiking and outdoor activities. While the public schools in Cedar Hill are not rated as highly, there are private schools if the quality of education is a priority for your family. Moving on to Midlothian, also known as the cement capital of Texas. Yes, it is home to 3 major cement factories, sitting atop a limestone reserve that could last for 600 years, making it a key location for cement production. Additionally, there is a steel plant in Midlothian that is the second largest producer of structural steel products in North America. While there has been some talk about environmental concerns related to air pollution, that has not slowed down the city's growth, either commercially or residentially. In fact, Google just announced a $1 billion data center project in Midlothian, which should bring even more jobs and increase the city's popularity. We are currently driving through the Oak Creek Ranch community, where beautiful homes sit on 1-acre lots. I think the availability of homes on larger lots is one of the key reasons families are drawn to Midlothian. And of course, there are plenty of new communities offering homes on more traditional 50, 60, and 80-foot wide lots as well. Another big draw is the city's excellent schools, especially when compared to some of its southern neighbors. And let's not forget its geographical location. You are about 30 minutes from Dallas-Fort Worth in Arlington, making it a great option for commuters looking for a more suburban lifestyle without being too far from the action. Midlothian may have a population of around 41,000, but it has seen nearly 18% growth in the last 4 years, and by 2040 that number could more than double. The median home price in Midlothian is around $450,000, with a median household income of about $140,000. While we are talking about Midlothian, I have to mention Goodland, a new 5,500-acre master-planned community that is so large it is set to become its own town. This community will offer a wide range of great amenities, including on-site schools and even its own little downtown area with shops and restaurants. You can purchase a brand new home here starting in the mid-300s. Now let's head further south to Waxahachie. It is such a charming town, known for its well-preserved 19th century buildings and historic landmarks. If you take a stroll through downtown, you will see beautiful Victorian and early 20th century architecture, including the iconic Ellis County Courthouse, which really showcases the city's rich history. Much like Midlothian, Waxahachie offers some gorgeous new communities with homes on large acre lots. But if you're looking for something more traditional, there are plenty of new developments with homes on 50, 60, or 80-foot wide home sites. The city has a population of around 50,000, with a median home price of about $400,000 and a household income just under $100,000. Waxahachie is also known for its great public schools, which is one of the reasons it's so popular with young families seeking a peaceful suburban lifestyle. And if you're commuting, you're looking at about 30 minutes to Dallas and 45 minutes to Fort Worth, which is pretty convenient for those who want to enjoy the quiet of suburban living without being too far from the city. Thank you so much for joining us as we explore the best suburbs in Dallas. If you have any questions about a specific neighborhood or are wondering what it's like to live in one of the suburbs, please let us know in the comments. We would love to help. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Hi, it's Anastasia Riley. I hope you enjoyed our video. If you are interested in seeing more videos, please click right here. If you have any questions, please call 972-984-0511.